Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing well. Today I want to share with you one of the disciplines that helps me to stay grounded and stay organized. And this discipline, I've come to appreciate it so much because it saves me time and keeps my life in order. So this is meal planning. I do my meal plans once in a week or maybe twice in a week. So there are two ways I do it. One, I can prep all the ingredients, or I can fully cook the food and then I'll be warming it in the microwave. Whichever way I feel like doing, that's what I do, depending on how I feel that week. So this week I'm just doing a quick meal prep for like about 3 days because I know it's not going to be a busy week towards the end. So I just thought of bringing you to this journey as I do this. So we are going to cook some arrowroots for breakfast. We're also going to make juice, which we use to sip throughout the day because it's a bit hot. Then we are going to make some mbuzi, some grilled goat. So what I do with my mbuzi, because I get it from the farmers and sometimes it's very fatty and I don't like fatty food, so I always put it in the pan to render the fat. Then I chop it and use it both for my stew and my grilled meals. I also have some chapati, so I'm not going to be making chapati today. Ugali, I like to make it fresh when I'm having it. So come with me in this journey. It's going to be a while, but enjoy. So I make my ndoma in the rice cooker. It's another way you can use your rice cooker other than cooking rice with it. So I'll boil the water. My kettle. So I boil the water in the kettle, and while the water is boiling, I'll try and do I've already washed my tomatoes, so I'm just going to chop them into big chunks because I'm again going to put them in my chopper so that it chops them finely for the stew. I guess that's just enough for me. Then I'm going to cut my pineapples for the juice. I don't throw away the peels, I also use them. So meanwhile, I'll put on the mbuzi. So this is my goat ribs. They are very fatty. I don't like too much fat on my food, so I'm going to have it render the fat before I can make any meal out of it. Yeah. So the water is ready. Cover the lid. I'm done peeling my onions and my garlic and ginger. I want to do like a quick pilau, not exact pilau, but yeah, this is how I do it. Just put the onions in the chopper. That's enough. Now I'll use the rest of the onions for my stew. Before I chop, I'll start my oil. Because I want, by the time I've chopped my onions, my oil is hot. To empty the onions. And I'm going to chop my garlic and ginger. You can blend them if you don't have this tiny chopper, but this makes my work easier when it comes to cleaning them. So meanwhile, I'll check on my going on well. I'll give it some time, then I'll flip it. So this is bone broth. I think I've done a video now I make my bone broth. This is what I'm going to be using to cook my quick pilau fix. Now the mbuzi has like rendered a good amount of fat, and it's also browning. So we can have this as grilled goat, but I can also use it to make stew. That's the way, that's just what I do with it. Add my garlic and ginger. Pilau masala and salt. At this point, I'm also going to add meat. This is also like goat that we had grilled. and it was left over. I'll use it for my quick fix pilau. I'm trying to find the pieces that don't have a lot of fat. Broad, brown broad. I just add my rice pilau. I want to make some chicken breast on my cast iron pan. The cast iron pan is already on, so I'm just making a quick seasoning for it, and then I'll cook it away. And this is thyme. Add some oil. Soy sauce. Just a bit. Some curry powder. Salt. Then coriander powder. So I'm going to mix. So if I have time, I would leave this to marinate overnight, but I'll just do a quick one for today. I'm going to lay this in the pan, then I'll apply the other side when it's already in the pan. Everything else is going on well. So now my mbuzi has rendered most of the fat, and I'm picking the parts that are not very oily to make my stew, and the oily part we are just going to eat it as grilled goat. So now I've cut my mbuzi that I want to make stew, and I don't add any fat when I'm cooking it. So I just add, I add it to the pan. It's still a bit fatty, so I just add my onions. We chop the onions with the same chopper we used before. And we'll give it some time as we chop the tomatoes. It's a big one. So I'll keep turning it until the onions are brown, just with the meat. Then I'll season it, add tomatoes, and then water and cover. This is the quick chopper I've used for the onions. I won't even clean it up, just the same thing. Checking if there are chunks, and give it another run. So the tomatoes are ready. So we'll check if our meat is there. The onions are yet to be. Give it a bit of time. So now I'm peeling my carrot because I want to do mixed veggies. I have frozen peas. These ones are actually from my garden. We harvested them the last season, and they were many, so we froze and we still have them. So I'll use them to make my mixed veggies. I still have some green vegetables which I had made. They are not done, so I'm not going to make green vegetables today. Just make this one, which we use for rice or chapati, because we have to have ugali with green veggies. So usually this is a mix of, I usually make peppers. Today I'm not feeling like any peppers, just want carrots and peas and onions. Maybe I'll put a sweet pepper one or two, just that. But I just mix any vegetables at hand. So now I've put the tomatoes. Just mixing them a bit. The onions are done, they are brown. They brown with the fat of the meat, and also the meat gets to brown a bit, like you can see. And that improves the flavor of the stew. You let it cook a bit with the tomatoes. Almost done. So it's now time to add some water. Usually I would add bone broth, but the bone broth I have is beef, and I don't want to mix beef and goat. My goat broth is over. I just used it to cook rice. So for this one, I'm just going to add hot water. Then I'll cover and let it cook. I moved it there because that place has low heat, so it cooks there. Meanwhile, I finish with the vegetables. So I want to is it pan fry or is it whatever my veggies, and I use the extra virgin olive oil for the vegetables, and just add my carrots and my onions together. I added a bit of like 1 pepper over there, a little bit of salt, not too much. Then I also do add curry powder. Yeah, I don't follow any recipes. I think I'm too rebellious to follow any recipes to the letter, but I still get it right. So it's my kitchen. I make the rules and I break them. Okay, now I've added my frozen peas, and that's it. So I'm just going to let them cook for a bit, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, because I like my carrots crunchy, and I also don't want my vegetables to lose color. I want them to remain with the vibrant color. And then we are going to serve all the food. Let the other food cool down and freeze what you have to freeze, or refrigerate what you have to refrigerate, and that will be it. This is our rice, our shortcut pilau, goat pilau. This is how it turned out. And this is our stew. It's almost done. I'll let it cook down a bit for the water to reduce. That's how it turned out. These are our mixed veggies. That's how they look. And this is our grilled goat. So I'm now done with all the cooking and the prepping. So I'm going to pack the food in the dishes, in these dishes, so that we can have it for the week. I'm going to freeze some and leave some in the fridge, like this one, the ones that we are going to eat in the next 2 to 3 days. And then the ones that are going to stay for longer, I'm going to freeze them. So let's pack and we move on. So we are done with our meal prep, and now we have food for the next few days. It really gives me a lot of peace to even walk out or go anywhere knowing that when I come back, I don't have to start fighting with sufurias and whatever and chopping and blending to have a meal. I can have an easy meal, just serve what I want and put it in the microwave and enjoy. This way I can achieve all other things that I want to do, because right now I don't have anyone to help me in the house. Our nanny is on leave, and so this really keeps us grounded and organized. Thank you so much for coming and watching this video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Always remember, if you have a vision, add some passion. I'll see you in the next one.